A single sound breaks the quiet night metal scraping against concrete. In that moment, before anyone knows what's happening, the city shifts. Something dangerous has been left behind, something that should have never been found. And as the cold wine carries the echo of that sound, a new mystery begins to unfold, one that will pull Hudson, Rex, and the entire team into a case darker than anything they've faced this season. The night sits heavy over the empty industrial block, the kind of place most people avoid once the sun goes down. A storage facility stretches like a maze of steel and shadows. The lights flicker, weak and tired, as if they, too, want nothing to do with what waits inside. A loft unit stands slightly open, its metal door pushed back just enough for a cold draft to slip out. That tiny opening feels wrong, to quiet, to deliberate. Too much like an invitation left by someone who does not expect a friendly visitor. Inside, the air smells of dust and oil. But beneath it lies something sharper, something that signals danger. The unit is almost empty. Almost. In the center of the cold concrete floor rests a single duffel bag. It's black, worn, and stained just enough to raise questions. Nothing about it seems normal. Not the position. Not the weight. Not the faint outline of something rigid beneath the fabric. It waits in silence, but its stillness holds tension, as if it carries secrets begging to be uncovered. Beside the bag lies a small piece of paper. Not folded neatly, not placed with care, just dropped, almost as if the person who left it wanted to be gone as fast as possible. The handwriting is rushed, but not random. Curved lines, tight loops, a hint of calculation behind every stroke. And yet the message itself makes no sense. Letters arranged like a code. A pattern meant to hide meaning, not reveal it. Anyone else might call it nonsense, but the person who wrote it clearly hoped someone clever enough would find it. Far away, the city continues its routine. Cars move, streetlights buzz, people sleep. No one knows that a single bag in a forgotten storage unit is about to change everything. The person connected to it is already gone, slipping deeper into the night, leaving nothing but clues behind. Clues that point to a bigger story, a hidden network, a dangerous trade, and a victim who disappeared long before anyone noticed. But there is one creature who senses more than most. A low rustle of leaves outside the facility catches attention. Sharp ears lift. A steady breath escapes. The quiet world is never truly quiet for him. What others ignore, he detects. What others miss, he follows. And tonight, he senses something wrong long before the humans do. As the wind pushes through the half-open door, the shadows inside shift. It feels like the room is holding its breath. Something about the bag, the note, the silence, it all fits together too perfectly. This is not an accident. This is a message, a warning, a starting point for a mystery that has only just begun. And somewhere out there, hidden in the darkness, the one who started all this is watching, waiting, hoping their trail remains covered. But trails have a way of being found, especially when the right team is on the way, one led by sharp instincts, steady judgment, and a partner whose nose never lies. The city wakes slowly the next morning. But the investigation moves faster than the sunrise. The team gathers around the strange clues found at the storage unit, but nothing about them feels simple. The duffel bag is carefully unzipped, and the first look inside brings an uneasy silence. Instead of money or weapons, it holds objects that make the crime even harder to understand. A stack of small metal chips, each one stamped with unfamiliar markings. A notebook filled with half-finished sketches of circuits and strange symbols. And at the bottom, wrapped in old fabric, an old model cell phone that doesn't even match anything sold in the last decade. But the oddest thing is the smell left behind. A faint trace of something chemical mixed with the scent of someone who moved fast, someone who ran. It's not a common smell, not something from everyday life. And that small detail becomes the first thread worth pulling. Because while humans can guess, one member of the team does not guess, he knows. Rex circles the bag with slow, careful steps. His tail stiffens. His nose twitches with a sharp focus that always means one thing: A trail is waiting to be followed. He moves toward the storage unit door, pauses, and turns his head as if trying to make sure the humans behind him understand what he already senses. Something left that bag in a hurry. And whoever it was didn't go far. As the team follows him outside, the cold morning air carries a quiet tension. The pavement is speckled with dirt from the storage lot, but a thin line of footprints leads toward the fence. They start light but become clearer the closer they get, as if the person carrying the bag lost speed or stumbled. The footprints stop near a stack of old crates, but Rex doesn't stop at all. He pushes his nose between the crates and the metal wall and discovers something no one else would have spotted: a piece of black fabric, torn thin and still holding the faint smell of sweat and chemicals. This isn't just random cloth, it's part of a sleeve from a specialized work jacket, the kind used by people who handle delicate tech equipment or illegal lab materials. It is the first real sign that the person behind this crime is more skilled than they appear. But the discovery doesn't end there. When the crates are shifted aside, another clue appears. A single shoe print in dried mud, perfectly preserved. It's deeper than the others, meaning the person stopped here, maybe hesitated. Maybe they were waiting for someone. Or maybe they were scared of being followed. The team measures the print carefully. Size hints at a tall person, someone strong enough to carry heavy equipment but cautious enough to avoid cameras. Whoever they are not careless. Every step, every item, every detail left behind feels like part of a puzzle that wants to be solved but also wants to stay hidden. Still, the biggest surprise comes when the old cell phone from the bag is powered on. The screen flickers alive with difficulty, but something appears that no one expects. A list of audio files, all unnamed, all time-stamped with dates from years ago. When the first file is played, only static fills the speaker at first. Then, under the static, a voice breaks through, distorted, whispering, almost afraid. It says only one sentence. They found out. Those two words change everything. They turn a strange bag into a warning. They turn a simple case into a rising threat. And they confirm one thing someone has been hiding for a long time. Someone who knew this day would come. Someone who has been running from a secret big enough to risk everything to protect. Rex lifts his head as if he senses the weight of the discovery. The city, once noisy and ordinary, suddenly feels like it holds more shadows than light. And the trail ahead is no longer just about finding a suspect. It's about uncovering the story behind the warning. Before the warning becomes reality, the audio file keeps replaying in everyone's mind long after the device goes silent. Those two words, they found out, open a door to a world none of them expected. And while the others debate theories, Rex moves restlessly, as if he senses that the real answers are not inside the station. They are somewhere outside, waiting to be uncovered before they disappear again. The team decides to dig deeper into the objects found inside the duffel bag. The strange metal chips are laid out one by one, forming a pattern that seems unintentional at first glance. But when the notebook sketches are compared to the chips, something unusual becomes clear. The markings match. Every symbol, every line, every curve connects the notebook to the chips, almost like a blueprint of a device meant to be assembled by someone who already knows its purpose. A device that could store massive amounts of data, only it isn't complete. Half the parts are missing, and the ones in the bag appear to be the safest pieces, hidden away from someone who desperately wanted them. But who? And why? The cell phone offers the next clue. The second audio file begins with a shaky breath, as if the speaker felt fear crawling up their spine. The voice sounds rushed, winded, like it was recorded while the person was running. Words break through the static again. They want the code. Don't trust. The message cuts off. The file ends, and the room grows heavier with the unfinished warning. Rex steps closer to the table where the items sit. His nose presses near the metal chips. He reacts with the same sharp focus as before. There is a scent connecting everything: chips, fabric, bag, phone. A single person carried them all, moving fast, hiding things, trying to stay ahead of someone chasing them. That same scent lingers faintly under the table, on a corner of the station floor. Someone had been near this evidence earlier. Someone before the team arrived. This realization spreads through the room like a cold breeze. If someone touched the evidence, it wasn't a random visitor. It means an outsider got into a secure area. Or worse, someone inside the building already knows more than they're admitting. The thought unsettles everyone, but it also pushes them forward. Secrets do not stay hidden forever. They return as cracks in the truth. The next step is to trace the origin of the strange chips. They are not from any legal manufacturer. No company stamp, no batch number, nothing that ties them to normal production lines. The material is stronger than most commercial components, almost military grade. The kind used for devices built to last under extreme conditions. Whoever made these chips never intended them to fall into the wrong hands. Yet here they. Meanwhile, the coded note found beside the bag begins to look less like random letters and more like coordinates. A pattern forms between certain characters, repeating numbers hiding behind the shapes. The realization hits slowly. The note isn't a warning. It's a destination, a place someone needed to reach or escape from. And if the person who left the bag wrote this note, it means they wanted someone specific to find it. Someone who would understand what these symbols meant. Rex lets out a low breath, almost a sigh, as if he knows the journey is only beginning. He walks toward the door, stares at it, then turns back. His message is clear without a single sound. Time is running out. The clues around them are not simply leftovers of a crime, they are signs of a chase already in motion. Outside, the sky darkens even though it's still early. Heavy clouds gather as if the weather itself mirrors the tension surrounding the case. The city feels different now, quieter, hiding more than usual. Somewhere out there, a person is moving through those streets, carrying knowledge powerful enough to get them hunted. Somewhere else, another person the hunter waits in the shadows, believing they still have the upper hand. But shadows grow longer when the truth begins to rise. The pieces are aligning, the trail is warming. And the enemy who believes they remain unseen is about to realize that the chase has begun, and the team following them does not stop. The coded note becomes the compass for the next step. Once the numbers are decoded, they point toward an old dockyard on the edge of the city, a place long forgotten by most people and remembered only by those who want to disappear. The area is marked by silent cranes, rusted containers, and the endless sound of water slapping against the wood. It's a place where footsteps echo longer than they should, where secrets feel layered into the fog itself. And as the team arrives, a strange stillness floats over everything, as if the dockyard has been waiting for them. The moment they step onto the dock, Rex reacts. His body stiffens, not with fear, but with certainty. He picks up the trail immediately. His nose lowers to the ground, moving in slow circles until he locks onto a direction that pulls him toward the containers stacked like metal tombs. The scent he's been following: chemical, sweat, dust, and something else, something sharp and almost electric, is stronger here. The person they're searching for passed through this place recently. They were close. Too close. As Rex leads deeper into the maze of containers, the air grows colder. The wine cuts through the narrow paths, carrying the smell of rust and seawater. Every step brings a stronger sense of being watched. Not by animals or workers, but by something more deliberate, something patient, something hidden. The team spreads out carefully, checking corners, following the trail, trusting Rex's instincts. But the dockyard does not reveal anything easily. Then, the first real sign appears. A small metal box lies on the ground near a container with faded numbers. The box is open, and inside it are thin wires and broken microchips. Some pieces match the ones found in the duffel bag, but these are burned, melted at the edges, destroyed on purpose. Someone didn't want them discovered. Someone tried to erase part of the device from existence. This confirms what the team feared. The person who left the bag was being hunted, and the hunter passed through this place as well. A few steps away, scratched into the container wall, there is a message, short, rust, almost carved rather than written. Three words stand there like a plea. Don't follow me. The handwriting matches the note from the storage unit. The same sharp loops, the same uneven pressure. It's clear the person who left the message believed danger was seconds behind them. Rex presses his nose against the ground again and pulls the team toward a narrow passage behind the stacked containers. There, half hidden by debris, lies another clue the old cell phone from the bag had a twin. A second device crushed nearly flat, as if stomped on in panic. But even broken, its memory chip remains intact. It might hold the missing parts of the warning, maybe even the identity of the people chasing the victim. The realization sinks in deeper now. This is not a small crime. This is not a simple runaway victim. This is someone fleeing from a group powerful enough to track them across the city. Someone connected to illegal technology that could expose something far bigger. And that group is getting closer. Just when the team prepares to leave with the new evidence, Rex suddenly stops moving. His ears lift, his tail drops into a straight line. His entire body goes still like a statue. And then, in one sharp motion, he turns his head toward the far end of the dock. Something is out there. Something alive. Something watching. A faint metallic click echoes through the air. It's not loud, but it's enough to cut through the wind like a blade. A sound that doesn't belong in a quiet dockyard. A sound that suggests someone just opened something they shouldn't have: a door, a weapon, or a trap. The team freezes. They listen. The dock creaks. The water splashes. The wind moans. Then the click returns, this time slower, almost teasing. Whoever is out there is not running away. They are waiting, not by accident, not by chance, but with intention. Rex steps forward, growling low, confident that the presence ahead is a threat. The team follows him, every muscle tight with caution. The closer they move, the more the air feels charged, as if the dockyard itself is holding a secret tightly between its planks. A shadow shifts near the edge of the far container. Too fast to identify, too controlled to be random. The team sees it. Rex sees it. The enemy knows they're here. The chase has officially begun, but the shadow pulls back before they can approach. Not disappearing, retreating, planning, waiting for the next move. Whoever this enemy is, they're not afraid of the search. They're guiding it, feeding it. And that makes them far more dangerous than anyone expected. The trail is no longer just a path to truth. It's a path laid deliberately to test them, trap them, and challenge everything they think they know. The shadow at the dockyard does more than startle the team. It changes the entire rhythm of the case. For the first time, the threat is not distant or hidden behind screens and coded messages. It is standing in the same space, breathing the same cold air, moving with a confidence that only comes from someone who believes they cannot be caught. And that confidence becomes the spark that pushes the investigation into a darker direction. After the shadow disappears, the team takes the broken phone and the metal box back for deeper examination. Each item feels heavier now, carrying the weight of a crime that is no longer just about stolen technology or a missing person. It feels like a challenge, like someone is daring them to keep going. And they accept the challenge without hesitation. The crushed phone is the first clue they attempt to unlock. Even damaged, it holds a chip that has survived pressure and heat. When it's connected to the system, the screen bursts to life in a flicker of unstable light, revealing a list of encrypted folders. Most of them show nothing but symbols and corrupted data. But one folder stands out, a single file labeled with a date from 3 months earlier. When it opens, the screen displays a short video clip filled with static and shards of frozen frames. The only part that plays clearly is the voice. The voice in the clip is the same one from the other recordings, fearful, rushed, shaking. But now it reveals something new. The person says, "If anyone finds this, it means I failed to stop them. It means the project is active again." The clip ends abruptly, but the message is enough to confirm what they suspected all along. This person was not simply running, they were fighting something bigger. Something dangerous enough to be restarted even after years of silence.